Let's begin the session. So, for those of you who are here for the first time, we usually meditate for about 40 minutes or so, but time disappears when you're meditating. So, hopefully, you'll forget all about that and just be able to relax and see where the practice takes you. So, I'll give some guidelines, some sort of orientation to the practice, but basically, whatever works for you. If anything feels too agendaed, or too structured, or you're getting tight, then relax. If you feel you need to add a little bit of, I don't know, imagery or use the words of metta more consistently than I suggest, then please do that. So see what your own mind needs from you right now and be a friend to your body and mind. So I did suggest that I'm going to bring in hints of last night's sutta discussion. So last night we had a very enriching, probably fairly deep discussion around the theme of karma. And there were these myths that karma is some kind of predetermined fate, or it's something that's very important to get to the bottom of in a retrospective way. In other words, why are we in the situation we're in? It must be something I did in the past. But the Buddha is actually talking about karma to motivate us to generate beautiful, wholesome intentions now, in the present moment. And by doing this, we actually can change the way that old karma arises for us. Yeah? So there's a beautiful sutta in the Anguttaras. I think it's 310, but I might be giving the wrong reference to everybody, but it's something like that. It's called the lump of salt. And I hadn't had time to check that reference today, but it's definitely in the Anguttaras, and I'm pretty sure it's in the threes. Yay, 3100. Yay, I just missed off a zero. Okay, thank you very much. And in there it says that basically, if we had to experience the results of our actions in exactly the same way they were planted, in a sense, so say you were very angry and that created a certain karmic result. If we had to re-experience that same anger as a result, there'd be no way out, basically. There'd be no living of the holy life, are the words the Buddha uses, because we'd be just going round and round in circles, re-experiencing everything all the time, right? But fortunately, we can do something in the present moment to fill up the mind and the heart and the whole being with goodness, with spaciousness, with kindness, gentleness, love, so that if something arises, I mean, karma can arise, say, as a memory. That's quite a nice example. Imagine remembering some time that somebody did something to you and you reacted in an unskillful way. Yeah. So if you think about that in the morning when you're feeling really grumpy anyway and already angry, and then you remember this other thing that made you angry, it's going to intensify. But if this memory of some, unskillful response of anger arises when you're full of loving kindness, it's just going to get nipped in the bud so easily. It's almost going to dissipate completely. And I had that experience with an old trauma that used to come up in my mind for a while, for the first year or so. It was quite painful to think about. And then one time I was meditating with loving kindness for about a 2 or 3 week retreat. So that was my main meditation. And I was so kind of expansive. There was so much spaciousness. There was so much kind of well-being and ease that when the thought of this person arose, not intentionally, I didn't intentionally try to send the metta, it just kind of joined the flow of metta. And that person just became one of many beings who was part of this whole beautiful sphere of light and love and goodness. And since that time, when I think of them, I'm fine. Because the all karma, the kind of consequences of that, I'm just talking about consequences. I'm not saying I deserve to feel this way or whatever. They were met by a mind that was resourced. And this is how we can start to transform our lives. We can actually move from a mix of brightness and darkness, right? to more and more brightness in our lives and in our hearts. And the response of loving kindness becomes fairly natural, fairly immediate, because we don't want to suffer. Why should we make ourselves suffer more, right? That's not kindness. So with this little orientation, I would like us to do some metta meditation and maybe just see how different ways of practicing, I'll maybe suggest a few ways, see whether that helps you to develop a sort of spacious, expansive heart. If something's causing tightness or causing contraction, if something feels like you're forcing it, just relax, and try and find a different perception that can create this sense of a wide container. In the sutra about the salt crystal, the Buddha likens the mind that is full of, I mean, he doesn't actually say love and kindness, but the mind that is big, the mind that is large, to a large lake, a large body of fresh water. And if you put a salt crystal in that, that means the pain, the bad karma, if you like, or unfortunate, effects of things we've done in the past. If you put that into a big, beautiful body of water, large body of water, you won't notice the salty taste. But if you put it into a glass of water, a small glass of water, then it's going to become undrinkable, right? So see what increases your container. See what creates a beautiful freshwater lake of a mind. Okay, so thank you for the Sutta link. Please don't read it now, but please do read it later. It's a lovely Sutta. And of course, it's empowering, right? Because it shows us that there is something we can do. We're not just kind of fated to be unhappy or to be, I don't know, anxious or to have a certain response when we're met with feedback, right? We are changing all the time, otherwise there would be no way out. So let's settle ourselves in our bodies, first of all. And just to model caring for the body, I'm going to take a moment and drink some of the lovely tea that was so kindly prepared for me. So please just see what your body needs, a bit of water or adjustment, or change your posture, sit on a chair. Maybe gradually close your eyes and go inside. Seems like a lovely place to start for me, to just feel the warmth of the tea and the metta contained in the acts of kindness around us. So as you sit with your eyes closed, if that's comfortable for you, just coming in contact with the body and allowing your awareness to soak through your body from the top of the head all the way through, slowly and gently through the whole body. Maybe just the skin level, if that feels resourcing for you. Sometimes we feel more spacious when the awareness is light, gentle, delicate. Or maybe if there are no obstacles, you can allow that awareness, infused with loving kindness, to soak through your whole body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Perhaps taking in any of the blessings of your life, perhaps, as I hinted, little kindnesses that others do for us, the metta that surrounds us, the way we care for one another, even right now. Maybe someone asked you how you are. I know I did. Someone made you a lovely cup of tea or coffee. There was food on the table. You had a warm place to sleep, whatever it is. It's not only due to your hard work, but the efforts of many, the support of many, of the people in our lives. And this is part of right view. There is mother, there is father, there are good people in this world. People we have a sense of gratitude towards, people who are our benefactors, our friends, our teachers, sometimes people who show us where we're stuck. Just allowing yourself to feel whatever, however much ease and comfort and relaxation is available to you right now. Noticing how that feels in your body as you gently allow your awareness to suffuse the body from head to toe. Being kind to your body the way you would to a very dear friend. And being kind to any feelings that may arise, feelings of sadness or anxiety, tiredness, feelings of happiness, joy. Welcoming them equally without discrimination. Making these feelings too as a friend. Extending your friendship to your emotional world. Notice how that feels when you meet your inner world with a kind and understanding mind, a spacious mind that allows things to be, allows things space without judgment. What a relief. And when you have taken time to sense into each and every part of your body, just noticing the whole body sitting as a whole, and see if you can connect to any feelings of pleasantness or that you regard as fairly pleasant or neutral. Anything that's easy to be with. If it's comfortable, you might place your attention gently around the area of the chest, but it can be any place that you find easeful and gives rise to a sense of openness, expansiveness of heart. And if you feel it helpful to continue to connect with this sense of loving kindness, then bring to mind someone who's very easy to generate loving kindness towards while staying connected to your body. Just bringing them to mind, maybe even bringing them closer to your heart. A sense of their presence, a sense of their goodness, maybe a visual, imaginary sense. You might see their face, their smile, their eyes. And if it helps, you may inwardly verbalize your good wishes for them, carefully, clearly, sincerely, wishing them well. And find language that resonates for you. For example, it may be, may you be happy, may you be safe, may you be peaceful, may you be at ease. So just checking in with yourself, with your heart, and with this other being. See what resonates for you, and then offering these phrases, these intentions of loving kindness, these verbal acts of karma that are wholesome, that are uplifting for the mind, like offering your friend a gift. And leaving space between each phrase to feel the effect of that verbal karma, that intention, to feel the effects on the mind, on the heart. Gently, gently expanding the body of water that is the lake of your heart. So I encourage you to continue this way for some time and also allow yourself to be creative, noticing if your practice is creating space, creating ease, or becoming a little tight, and then just relaxing, connecting back just to the intentions with faith, confidence that this is enough. Right now, you're blameless. You're developing your own happiness in the present moment and for future. So enjoy your practice, and I'll speak again towards the end. allowing your mind to pick up any softness, well-being in your body and your mind, any sense of ease, sensing into that. It may be very subtle, and gradually allowing it to spread to everyone sitting here at Anukampa Grove. 4 of us here, 5 of us. To everyone in this Zoom room whose faces may come to mind, don't open your eyes, but just the sense of beings, practitioners, spiritual friends sitting together, and start spreading that sense of well-being, that sense of well-wishing to everyone in this room, wherever they are in the world, connected through the practice, through the good karma intentions of wishing one another well. Imagining the healing power of this loving kindness for everyone here. The tired, achy body, the struggles in life, whatever they are. Their spiritual practice, wishing them well with that, wishing them safety, wishing them ease. All of us who are on this path together, may we all keep moving from brightness to brightness. Keep on developing our hearts in loving kindness for the benefit of all beings. And sensing into this power source of shared loving kindness being generated in various parts of the world. Perhaps visualizing it, if you're a visual person, as a huge ball of golden or bright white light, capable of extending itself further to the corners of the world where there's conflict, poverty, war. Where there's safety, where people are happy and well. Just allowing this combined loving kindness to spread wherever it's needed the most. Eventually encompassing the entire planet Earth with all her beings, her people, her animals, insects and birds, fish, beings great and large, small, minute, microscopic, perhaps invisible beings, all beings. May all beings be safe. May all beings be free from suffering, from pain, from distress, and from the causes of suffering. Greed, hate, and delusion within our own hearts, and the forces of greed, hate, and delusion in the world. Imagining this loving kindness spreading and enveloping the whole planet Earth, bringing healing, bringing peace, even to the trees, to the forests, to the water, the oceans, and all the creatures that live, beings that live in this beautiful jewel of the planet Earth, till the whole planet is glowing, radiating loving kindness, even further than the Earth itself, beyond confines, beyond space. And just resting in this wide, expansive loving kindness, just resting and allowing Metta to do the work. And if you wish, you can continue to rest with this wide awareness, this expansiveness of heart, but also sensing into your own being, your own body and mind, and allowing that metta to suffuse you as well as I chant the blessing to end the meditation. Sabbe sata, sabbe pana, sabbe bhuta, sabbe pogala, sabbe atabawa pariyapana, sabaitio, sabbe purisa, sabbe ariya, sabbe anariya, sabbe deva, sabbe manusa, sabbe viniparika, aweva hontu, abhyapaja hontu, aniga hontu, sukhiyatanam pariharantu, dukkam munjantu, yadalada sampatito, mawe gachantu, kamasaka. Keeping that metta inside, feeling the effects of the practice. And when you're ready, we can gently open our eyes. If you wish, if you're in the mood, you can try the 3 big sadhus. Yay! Follow Filippo. You're the expert, I think. Wow. Ready? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. You know about the ha ha ha? Oh, brilliant. I didn't know you were an expert in the three sadhus. You know it means awesome? Yeah, it means awesome, wonderful, fantastic. What we did was good. We spread love and kindness as much as we could. So this is your good karma and hopefully a lovely orientation for the weekend. So how was that for you? Please take this time. I tried to give a bit longer because there's so many of us here for any comments, questions, feedback, anything you'd like to share. So if that's the case, please raise your virtual hand to speak, or if you're a bit shy or for any other reason, if you prefer to put it in the chat, that's fine as well. And anyone here also can contribute if you raise your hand. So everyone's usually quite quiet at the end of the metta, but maybe there's some questions or back. Monique. Oh, I'll come to the chat as well. I'm just unmuting Monique. Did you get the unmute?
Yeah,
Hi.
hi. I thank you so much for this wonderful session. I was struggling to get in my camera and all kinds of emotions and thoughts of disappointing you, the group, and not being visible, not having fixed it. It all came up.
Oh,
I know, and then it ceases down. So thank you. Just yeah, that. I'm just happy to be here again.
oh, that's lovely. And we can feel your presence without the video. And it's really lovely to hear your voice instead. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's really interesting, isn't it, to notice those places where we feel, yeah, we see things coming up. Just to
Yeah,
understand that and be gentle with that is a very beautiful practice in itself.
it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Someone else said they thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, they didn't feel ready to come out. Sadhu, you don't have to. Go back, go back. Go back in. Yeah. This is just to start you off for the weekend. Right, Mabilla, hi. Can we ask you to unmute?
Hello. Thank
Hi.
you so much for the practice. I had a really nice practice because I'm actually 31 weeks pregnant. And so I chose to send Metta to the baby.
Oh,
And it was just so lovely because it really very naturally opens me up. And then, so that was a really nice experience. And then to feel him moving as I
oh,
did that, it was really beautiful. And
oh,
then also at the end, when you did the chant, which I always really like, and it makes me feel very at ease, he was also moving, and it was just such a nice connective experience. So I just wanted to
right.
share that I really, really
Oh,
enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
oh, thank you for sharing. That's really touching. Yeah, it's amazing that you can feel that connection together as though you're meditating and resonating together with the metta. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Oh. So you see, we can't go by the numbers here. There's actually more beings present than we realize. Maybe more yet to come. Yeah, yet to enter our lives. Thank you. So someone else is saying, feeling very peaceful, uplifted, and full of more metta. Have to leave now. P.S. The children were very well behaved. It must have been all of our metta. Maybe, but also I think your kids are just, they're close to the Dhamma through having you as their father and through coming to these talks. It's just amazing. I mean, which like 2 and 7-year-old kids, hi, Lilybeth, want to come. And there she is, small one. Sean's kids. At one point, there was a thought of fear of potentially being disappointed, and then the Vasi simply carried it away. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for that. It felt short. I could have stayed longer too. Yeah, you're all the long-term meditators. This is very short. I'm intending to stay connected to it today. Fantastic. Love having the resonance of the chanting still going too. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes these practices, they do have this lingering effect. In fact, they're bound to have a lingering effect until other things in our day, other kind of thought processes, old habits and conditioning kind of kick in. And that can sometimes seem to overshadow the effects of the practice. But I think there are two ways to kind of help us here. One is to just, to be aware of the resonance, as you say, of the practice, of the chanting, of that energy that we share, to really value it very deeply, to be really tender with it, stay close to it, keep it close, not to let go of it so quickly. And I guess the other way is just to notice when the other things start to come in and our thinking starts to become more negative. I guess it might. I mean, maybe all of you are just full of loving kindness thoughts. But, it can just go back to the usual patterns, sometimes worried thoughts, not necessarily angry thoughts, but to notice, oh, hang on, is this thought really serving me? Because I do have a choice here. And then we can use some of that language, the loving kindness language, to substitute that less wholesome thought or less helpful thought, right? A thought that creates suffering for us is, it's not like a moral judgment, this is bad, but it's creating suffering for us. And there's a thought we can use instead to reframe an experience or just to substitute the language that is going to lead to our well-being instead. So, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the actual meditation periods in our life, for me anyway, are always too short. If I want to be critical, like I say, I want to meditate much more. But really, the challenge is to actually apply these things in our life, but to keep checking in together, to keep making sure that we do make time for ourselves, ideally every day, to practice some loving kindness. Even if that's not your main practice, you can I always do some loving kindness practice at the end of every meditation. And that quote, maybe I can share it again since I have my phone. I think Filippo might like this as well. This is a lovely little quote from the Dalai Lama about what you should think every day before you start your day. Does that sound interesting? Okay, this is for everybody, but also for Filippo, because I think this is very nice. Every day, think as you wake up. Today, I'm fortunate to be alive. I have a precious human life. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use all my energies to develop myself, to expand my heart to others, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I'm going to have kind thoughts towards others. I'm not going to get angry or think badly about others. I'm going to benefit others as much as I can. Isn't that nice? That's by the Dalai Lama. That's a little thing. Sometimes you find these nice little things on Facebook. I've been looking for that for years. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I can't really share it on the chat. I'm not technical, so I wouldn't know how to put it from my phone to everyone here. But maybe look it up. The Dalai Lama, every day, think as you wake up. If you Google that, you'll find it. And if we orient ourselves this way every day, it's beautiful. Just reading it's beautiful, right? And we're making that kind of aspiration. It's also planting seeds of good karma. It is good karma in itself. Intention is karma, the Buddha said. So, yeah, remember how fortunate we are to have so much love and safety and good food around us, and then make use of that for the benefit of all beings. The Dalai Lama is saying for others, but we all know, and he also, of course, knows that that can begin with benefiting ourselves, right? The two are the same, they're no different. So, what benefits you benefits others, if it's obviously ethical. And what benefits others should also benefit you, if it's truly for their benefit. Okay, thank you very much. So helpful. Excellent. Awesome. We still have 5 minutes. We should have carried on 5 more minutes. Is there anything else anyone would like to share at all? It doesn't have to be about Metta either. I missed Minori. Can I show you Minori? There she is. Let's She's there. Yeah. Minori and U and Tao and Chi. I don't know if you can see everybody. Do you want to say a few words? No. She doesn't like to say a few words. This is her quiet time to meditate. Oh, it says that my mic has changed. Can you still hear me? Don't know how that happened. Oh well. Yeah. So, anything else? Anyone want to say anything? I'd like to hear all of you, or some of you anyway. How many of you are coming for Ajahn Brahm's events? Put your hands up. Anyone? Any of the events? I think Monique is. We were actually going to ask, yeah, we were actually going to ask you if you could arrive early for one of the events and help us on the tickets. Either you've got the email or you'll get it soon. And obviously, only if you can. Yeah. And many of you I'm going to see at the monastery. So that's really nice as well. All right. So I don't know if Monique actually wanted to speak again, did you? Because your hand's still up. It's possible you're just saying you're coming to the events. But yeah. All right. So have a wonderful weekend. We'll unmute you now and say goodbye. There'll be another Metta next week and a Sutta class on Friday. There's also the Metta chanting on Wednesday. And then is it that for 2 weeks there won't be anything, or will you be able to do the Wednesday chanting? Minori sometimes does the Wednesday chanting.
That's the retreat, is it?
Are you there for on the Wednesday next week?
Next week.
Yeah, so there'll still be Metta. I'll update you other times as well. But I think the first week of the tour you'll still be
Yes.
there'll still be a Metta chanting on the Wednesday evening. All right, you can unmute yourselves and say goodbye if you wish.